Evening viewer, welcome to our Glory Globe TV's most amazing news for our viewers. Yeah, when tropical weather watchers in the US began tracking a disturbance brewing near the Yucatan Peninsula in mid-September, there were already worrisome signs in ocean temperatures data for the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. Sea surface temperature and ocean heat content data, both derived from satellite observations, showed a tongue of unusually warm water extending north from the Caribbean Sea into the Gulf of Mexico towards the Florida Panhandle. It was a sign that the loop current, a variable current that sends water from the Caribbean Sea into the Gulf of Mexico around Florida and up the eastern coast of the US, had set an eddy of warm water that was lingering uncomfortably close to US shores. Such features can make storms more dangerous because they provide a store of energy for passing hurricanes to drop home as they approach land, explained Scott Braun, a research meteorologist at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. These warm core eddies were a fairly persistent feature in the Gulf and represent a deep layer of warm water that is much less likely to be disrupted by strong surface forcing by the hurricane winds, he said. The map above shows sea surface temperatures on September 23rd based on data from the multi-scale ultra high resolution sea surface temperatures that is called MER SST project, a NASA jet propulsion laboratory effort that blends measurements of sea surface temperatures from multiple NASA NOAA and international satellite as well as SEAP and BOA observation. Surface waters above 27.8 degrees Celsius, the temperatures generally required to sustain and intensify hurricanes, are represented in red on the map. The tongue of warm water is also visible in maps of sea surface temperature anomalies on NASA's State of the Ocean data viewer. A warm ocean is not everything when it comes to hurricanes, but it is a lot, noted University of Miami hurricane researchers Brian McNulty as the storm intensifier near the Yucatan Peninsula. Not only were much of the seas along the storm's path up to a toasty 31 degrees Celsius, but the warm water ran deep, fueling the storm with that McNulty described as a source of high octane fuel. But ocean heat is just one among several factors that together control whether a hurricane intensifies rapidly or fizzles. In Helene's case, the presence of high vertical winds severed a patch of dry air on side of the storm, and that only part of the storm hit the warmest part of the eddy likely helped constrain Helene's intensity somewhat as it approached Florida. If the track had gone right along the axis of the eddy. Behind this exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.